Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Nationals versus Phillies Major League Baseball matchup on Sunday, April 7th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for one-on-one concierge-style service. We offer these products. They're just not available on the website. They're still easy to get. You just got to text the number that you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. It's the Nationals taking on the Phillies. And while the Phillies seem to always have high expectations, of course, they were in the World Series just 2 years ago, not winning the division, but made it to the World Series. And, you know, we saw last year the World Series winner was not a division winner, the Texas Rangers. So it doesn't really matter. You just got to get there and be hot when you get there. And the Phillies proved that. But, you know, the thing is that the Phillies still seem to have a lot of vulnerability. And it just seems to be around the starting pitching staff. They got, a lineups of guys, you look at the Phillies and people say, well, Mitch, why are you so critical of the Phillies all the time? Same reason I'm critical of a lot of these other teams in a lot of these other sports. You got a lot of high-priced players. So if you have a lineup that costs that much money, then these guys have to deliver. And I just haven't seen the Phillies absolutely do that, with the lineup that they have and with the money that they've spent. And you could say, well, why does it bother you that they spent all the money? Because who is the ones that end up footing the bill? It's always the fans. It's ticket prices. It's the price of the hot dog, parking. It's the price of the MLB plan that we watch on TV, the app, and all that other stuff. So while you think that these guys making all this money doesn't translate to us, it absolutely does, and on a daily basis. But anyways, we make it all back by betting on them or against them, and usually finding favorites that are a little bit overvalued and betting against them is how you make money in baseball. So I usually start with the underdogs, and that's why a lot of people in the comments, don't always agree with my picks. I know most people tend to like favorites and overs, and that's why, most of the value is usually on the other side of that. The Nationals go with Mackenzie Gore in this game, and we know Gore gives up a lot of home runs, and he's up against a lineup that hits a lot of home runs. But, Christopher Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies, he's actually not all that hot either. I mean, we saw him against Cincinnati. He gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. No home runs in that stretch, but, that was at home as well. So, you got to figure that, probably not the strongest starter for them as well. When we look at, the Phillies, they are 38-15 in their last 53 games against the Washington Nationals. And both these pitchers, though, certainly not guys that you want to be relying on all that much. When we look at the Phillies bats, and the reason why I went into that whole payroll rant, well, that wasn't a rant, it was just kind of just a statement. The Phillies are hitting just 177 against right-handed pitching, but they face a lefty here where they're hitting 290 versus lefties. Meanwhile, the Nationals 171 against left-handed pitching, facing a lefty here, and 255 against righties. And the National starters 7.60 ERA, and the Phillies starters 2.92, and you can't really, say one way or another about that, right? It's just the starting pitcher is the starting pitcher. But when you look at the bullpen, the Nationals bullpen, while it's not good, 4.28 ERA, the Phillies bullpen's been miserable with a 7 ERA, and that's actually improved, over the last couple of days. I got to say that, I think that the Phillies probably jump out in front and probably put some runs on the board here against Mackenzie Gore. But I also think that the Nationals are going to be able to get to that Phillies bullpen. Tell you, this is a tough one because it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'll just roll with the over, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.